In this life, we all tend to overload on automation. 1, 2, 3.
What's up, everybody out there? This is Ed, Joy, and Quinn coming to you loud from Maui with special guests on the set, in the studio. Kamoho. He just turned... No, he didn't turn one yet, yeah? No, he did. No, not yet. That was Kaihi's birthday. Yeah. So anyway, if you hear a baby protesting in the background because we won't allow him to put a slipper or something on the floor in his mouth, that's him. But everybody, how you doing, man? You know, it's been so hot here. I'm delirious. Hot, slight breeze, but still hot and dry. And because there's storms brewing in and hurricanes coming our way, we're getting moisture and heat equals humidity. And that's when you feel sticky and that's it, man. Just gross. I don't mind a dry heat, but a humid heat, that's horrible, man. Yeah, it's like sitting in a sauna. Yeah, Quinn, how's it been for the past few days for you?
Yeah, super hot. It's just draining. You gotta just stay hydrated.
Yep, drink a lot of water, man. Drink a lot of water. Or Pedialyte, or Gatorade. Anything that quenches your thirst, man. You can tell that it's been hot because I'm kind of lagging right now. I feel like I'm dragging. I'm just over this heat. I can't wait till Christmas time rolls around. Hopefully we have a nice cold winter. Because they said this heat is supposed to last till September. And even though school has started, it's not the end of summer, people. It's maybe halfway because we still got like 4 more weeks to go. Yeah, mid-September, I think, is when summer's over, huh? September 20th. So we got to hang in there till then. And apparently it's going to get worse. There's stuff melting in the parking lots in the mainland. It's been so hot, you know. Did you see that? Plastic parts on cars melting and like trash bins that's made out of plastic melting. Mm-hmm. That's a sign, everyone. It's a sign. Major heat wave. So, anyway, speaking of heat wave, this past weekend, we were at the Destiny fights where PJ Miranda and Nohea Rollins fought against some good Honolulu fighters, man. They were pretty good. And I'm going to get into it right now on what happened because a lot happened. And, you know, these two boys, man, they fought hard. They're good fighters too, but it's just the elements was against us. Everything seemed like it wasn't aligned. And I'll start with Nohea first. Nohea was on weight, on point. His guy was on weight, I guess, and he did okay, you know, and when they entered the cage, they were both ready to rock, you can tell. And their movements was quick. The guy opened up the round with a roundhouse kick to Nohea's leg. And Nohea, you know, he did a little spin around and nodded, yeah, it's pretty good, and gave the guy a little fist pump. And so the crowd loved that. And then Nohea, in return, gave the guy a front thrust kick to his stomach, knocking the guy down. And then the guy stood up and he nodded like, okay. And it was on. The two of them started throwing down. I mean, I'm talking transitions. 1-2s to shoots to sprawling to... I mean, the guy at one point, I think Nohea gave the guy a good body shot with a right roundhouse kick to his body. And the guy caught his leg, picked him up, and then went to dump Nohea on his back. But Nohea, you know, it's hard to put him on his back, man. I know. And he sprawled out and he just got around, ended up almost getting to the guy's back. The guy rolled out of it. I mean, it was intense. Right up to the point where the guy ended up doing a flying knee towards Nohea. I don't know what he was aiming for, but he ended up hitting Nohea in the groin, in the cup. Hitting him so hard that he knocked his cup back. And up to that point, everybody was just like, oh no. You know what I mean? The fight was going so good. And then that hard knee Nohea was down on his stomach. He's spitting, foaming. I mean, he could not even swallow. I mean, that hit was so hard. At one point, they thought he was bleeding. So the doctor went up there to check. He just tried to rest it out, try to cough it out, try to just let it, But, once you get hit in the groin, especially that hard, enough to knock your cut back, you know that you're injured. You know that hinders your ability. Your movement is stifled. You're not the same now, no matter what. And that was a hard knee, bro. Hard knee. So, I mean, and like I said in my post, I don't mean to take away from the guy because he ended up winning. And the reason why is because the corner knew he was hurt. And they were just yelling, he's hurt, get him. So Nohea, being the warrior he was, the doctor asked if he wanted him to stop it. Nohea said no. He's going to fight. He stood up. The crowd cheered. He put in his mouthpiece. He turned around and he was like, let's go. And he went for it. And that guy knew he was injured. And the guy hit Nohea with a body shot. Nohea backed up, tried to cover it up. And his corner, that guy's corner, started screaming, imploring him, go, attack him, dude. He's injured. And so the guy just started attacking. And that was it. The referee broke it up. And, no, I mean, again, not to take away from the win. And Nate Yoshimura, you won. But that knee, injured Nohea. And so I feel like that was, it was a win, but still, I don't know. Of course, I'm biased on my opinion. But even the guys in the crowd, the Oahu guys, they were chanting Maui boy for Nohea because everyone saw how hard that sucker was, and it's unfortunate. But hey, I tell you what, Nohea's gonna be back, man. But they know how he can fight, and even the guy Nate, he even said afterwards, he's like, "Yep, I knew Nohea was gonna be a tough fight, and so I had to really prepare for this because I know he's a good fighter." And even he said, if it wasn't for that knee, I don't know, it would have been way better of a fight. But, hey, fight another day, right, Nohea? But, hey, you did good, bro. And it's all good. It's all good. Now, PJ, you the man, buddy. Because he fought against Swain Lunasco. Both guys out there, both fighters that they were fighting were undefeated, by the way. And Swain and PJ was going for the 135-pound champion. Swain is a champion in another promotion, and so is PJ. So they're both champs looking for the 135-pound champ. That's two champs going for a championship. However, everything was against PJ. The elements, everything. I mean, not to take away from what happened, I just got to express my opinion on this. And that is, first of all, PJ, you were professional, bro. You lost that last 2 pounds and dropped down to 134.7 official. We weighed you in at the hotel room. Our scale said that. We went to the Dave and Buster's, the event where they had the weigh-ins. He went on that scale, and the doctor looked at that scale. It was 134.7 flat. He's on weight. And that last 2 pounds, he practically killed himself to lose that last 2 pounds. From 136 down to the 134, he was so dehydrated that his vision was going blurred. And he was getting nervous in the car going out to the promotion. He was like, I can't see. And we're like, bro, just get in there, get on the scale and hydrate yourself. That's how dangerously low that some of these fighters have to go to get into these things, is those weight cuts, man. And it is dangerous. But if you're doing it right, and thanks to Brandon Ness Nutrition, holla, we did it right. He was on weight, hydrated, and he filled out. Within 2 hours, he's already filling out and looking good. His eyesight was great. He was hydrated. And it's all because you're getting dehydrated, everyone. You're water cutting, and it's you're putting your body through some shock. So, this guy Swain jumps on the scale, and everyone who's Brandon Ness, all of them, they all saw on the scale 137. And it was even higher than that. It was like 137.9. And somewhere between he going on the scale and then maybe 45 minutes of everyone going through commotion and all that, all of a sudden, Brother PJ sees his opponent, Swain, drinking some water and hydrating. So he goes up to him and he says, hey, bro. He puts his arm around him and says, hey, bro, you know, we got to fight. You got to lose weight. You shouldn't be drinking that right now. And the guy looks at him and says, no, it's all good. I'm on weight. And of course, PJ's confused because how can you lose, 2 pounds within that half hour, 45-minute time? And I don't even think it was 45 minutes. I think it was like half hour. So he was kind of like, oh, okay. So PJ goes up to the doctor, asks him to see his weight. He looks at his weight, PJ Miranda, 134.7. He looks over at his opponent's 134.9. So we were kind of confused on that. We were like, wait a minute. The scale was... So we questioned that. Brad, I know our nutritionist questioned it. And apparently they said the scale was off. But how can the scale be off when PJ weighed in at 134.7 in the hotel and at the weigh-in? You know what I'm saying? So we were already flustered by that. So we don't know what happened. I'm not saying that boy did not, do anything cheating-wise, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, of course, that's frustrating. But, PJ being the professional that he is, we ignored that. We're like, you know what? We're just here to fight. We're just here to fight. But, we're just concerned about the fact that, let's say the guy did win. Would he get the belt? Because don't you have to be on weight? Don't you have to be like 135 to get the 135-pound belt? I don't know. Again, I don't know. The situation is just frustrating for me. And we expressed that to the commissioner, to the promoter. The commissioner came in later on, apologized to us for that misunderstanding. We don't know if there was a misunderstanding on our part because we saw the scale at 137. The misunderstanding for us is how can he be down to 134 in such a fast time? And we didn't even see the boy go out and cut weight or nothing. So, and like I said, everyone, that last 2 pounds, you're stepping at death's door. You know what I mean? You're pretty much killing yourself just trying to cut that last 2 pounds. I don't know. I'm just baffled by the way the situation ended up. But again, we just grin and bared it. The commission came in and apologized to us. He left. Everyone is looking at each other like smirking like, okay, what was that all about? But let's just fight. Let's do this. Okay. Let me take you to the night before, everyone. I hope I'm not boring you here. I'm not boring you here, but this is what happened to us. And I'm just burying my testimony. The night before, PJ's talking to me and my brother, and brother Brandon Ness, about his walk-in song, which is a big deal, you people. If you don't understand, that's what sets your mood. That's what sets you up for going in that cage, risking your life, and going against someone man to man, trying to either knock him out or tap him out. And that mood that you establish before you go in, and I know through experience, is very, very important. So all night, we're going over songs. What should you walk into? Bone Thugs, Tupac. So we're going over the list. My brother's playing playlist, song after song. And PJ's like, no. Oh, that sounds pretty good. No. Finally, PJ's like, no, you know what? DMX Slippin'. I want to play DMX Slippin'. So we play DMX Slippin', and he starts, just getting into his mood. All night, everyone. All night, he had his earphones on. He's listening to DMX Slippin'. We tell them that we want DMX Slippin' for his walk-in song. And the next day, for the fights, we're ready to go. He has the Hawaiian flag over his shoulders, draped over his shoulders. It's dark. We're out at the Blaisdell, getting ready to climb that stairs to go up into the cage. Lights are going. People are screaming. And what do they play? Do they play DMX Slippin'? Do they play any DMX song? No. They play, and I love the man, Bob Marley. They end up playing Bob Marley, Lively Up Yourself. Great song, not what PJ had planned, not what we had planned. And PJ actually turned to us and went, bro, that's not my song. They're not playing my song. And we just had to tell him, just go, PJ, just go. It's time to rock. Just go. But lo and behold, you know what I'm saying? There we go. Another element that's not with us, man. Something else to go against the grain. They don't play his song. And I felt it. I felt it in my gut. In my what? Now. I felt it. I was like, ugh, how could this be? And again, people, I'm not saying it was planned. It could have been a mistake. But I'm just saying that it's just funny how all these things happen to PJ. And we still went forward. We still pressed forward. He made it to the cage. Of course, they play Swain's song to come out. 50 Cent. Many men want to see me dead. And of course, he's walking out to his little routine, pointing at PJ, timing it with the song, want to see me dead. And he points at himself. You know what I'm saying? Setting up his mood, setting up his fight. So everybody, I'm not saying that it was planned against us. I'm just saying that the elements just ended up being against us. I'm not accusing anybody of any wrongdoing. I'm just saying. Oh, but the fight was awesome, man. They threw down. Actually, PJ threw down. This guy just wanted to shoot in and take PJ down. His jiu-jitsu game, his wrestling game was tight. I'm not going to lie. And he's not undefeated for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So PJ was just firing hammers, though. Shooting them guns. Trying to make him eat leather. But this kid was just not having it. Every time PJ would tag him, pop, pop, this kid would shoot in for a double. He ate punches trying to grab him for just takedown. He dragged him down to the ground. But twice, PJ went down. The first time PJ went down, he almost got the guy in an infinity choke, which is like a reverse guillotine. But the guy, you know, he's a good jiu-jitsu guy. He knew what was happening. He grabbed PJ's arm, barely rolled out. But he nevertheless escaped. Then PJ transitioned to an armbar. I was like, yes! He had that armbar so tight. The guy rolled out, though. Almost popped out. PJ got on top. Almost got to the side mount. Ding, ding, ding. End of the round. Second round, they go up. Once again, PJ's throwing bombs. Boom, boom. This guy is moving. Shoot. Takes PJ down. No, not to take away from Swain, though. Swain did catch PJ with a good left hook, which blemished PJ's right eye. But then off that left hook, he shot in, took PJ down. They're rolling around, and the guy ended up getting PJ in an arm and head. And I was sad. And I'm still sad. But both fighters did good. Props to Swain. And again, I'm not saying that those things were deliberately done. I'm just saying that they were done. And props to you, PJ, for sticking with it. And actually, even in the loss, afterwards, you were liberated, brother. You were happy. You were freed from that mental, stress. And so, win or lose, you did good, bro. And I'm just happy that everyone was safe that night. No one got really hurt, and it was a successful night for everyone. Am I boring everyone with this? I'm already going on 20 minutes. Shit! I gotta move on. Okay. Hey, announcements. Mauna Kea, and I like to call it the Mauna Kea Parade for Maui. Huh?
Kapu aloha.
The Kapu Aloha Unity March. Thank you, Quinn. You just corrected me. The Unity March from War Memorial to UHMC, August 10th. That's this Saturday, 8:30 a.m. So I know I'm going to be there, and I hope, Maui, I hope you're there. Ole TMT, right? Hashtag protect Mauna Kea. And, there's going to be a lot of speakers there. From what I heard, Kalekoa is coming back and his wife Kahele, and they're going to be doing an update, and very informative. You're going to want to be there, and let's represent. So, anything else?
So 8:30 at the stadium,
Okay.
and there'll be a shuttle from UHMC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for parking people. You can park at UHMC, and they'll shuttle you up to the War Memorial Stadium.
From 7 to 8.
So that'll be from 7 a.m. till 8 a.m.
And then it actually starts at 8:30.
Yeah, starts at 8:30. Okay. All right. And talking about the TNT and the telescope and all that, apparently Canary Islands says no. Yep, they don't want it. And I don't blame them. I mean, they're environmentalists is what's fighting them. They're suing. It's not even the people. The people are so colonized already. And apparently, I don't know. I'm just saying what I read. And that, yeah, I guess they don't want it. So why don't they build it up at Antarctica? Why don't they build it somewhere where there's nobody? Antarctica, come on, this telescope is supposed to be able to see, and they gotta build it in a like on a specific place. Maybe it's the angle? I don't get it. Is there a reason why they can't build it up at like Antarctica? Do you know? Huh, Quinn?
I don't know. I don't think Antarctica is at the height level that they want. That's why they're building it in the mountains. They're trying to get to so high, I think, above clouds.
Ah, okay. Okay, well, I guess that kind of makes sense. But, I mean,
But
I don't know, I mean...
Because I guess you can work more days out of the
Like,
year.
if you see, like, the reason why is because these corporations tend to build... Yeah, he's protesting. He's protesting the TM... Yep. He's saying, no, aole TMT, right, baby? Aole TMT. See? Even the babies know. See, he's pissed. Once I mentioned TMT, now he's voicing his opinion, guys. Hey, what it comes down to is it wouldn't be so bad if these corporations wasn't so irresponsible. But if you see the waste, you see the old telescopes that they, just because it's not being used anymore, okay, they just abandon them. They leave them. And it becomes a eyesore, a broken down telescope that nobody uses. Clean up your mess. And that's what they're famous for. These companies, Monsanto, all these guys, they make mess and they don't clean them up. And they cause more environmental problems than anything else for the greed of money. And remember the last podcast, what I said? Huh? Money, the root of all evil? I think it is. I think it is. Yeah? Right, Komoho? Right? I'll see you on Saturday. Hey, on the way over to Oahu and back, I rode the Southwest Plain. And it's different.
And the thing is,
It's different for Hawaii. It's really mainland oriented, mainland style. And I mean, even their snack, come on, unsalted pretzels and cranberry juice. I'm not used to that. But it's still good. It's still good. You know, there's some things that they have that is, you know, like up there with Hawaiian Air, and they have some things that I don't like, such as no assigned seating. First come, first serve, but you're columned. You're like in sections A, sections B, section C, and the numbers go from 1 through 60. If you're C50, you're sitting in the back of that plane. You're the last one coming on, no matter what, even if you're the first one at the airport. So I don't like that. I like assigned seatings. But the plane seems faster. For some reason, I don't know, Southwest seems faster. So Hawaiian Air, yeah, you got a good opponent here. And hopefully it'll keep those prices low, because I can't see myself paying $600 for a round trip ticket to like Big Island. You know what I'm saying? Price gouging. That's ridiculous. Give us a break. We're from the islands. And if I could, I'd be like Quinn. I'll just jump on Va'a and just paddle myself to Honolulu. Huh, Quinn? What, have you been paddling your canoe? Doing any races? No?
No? Man, I'm just
too damn hot, huh?
slacking.
You gotta watch out, my canoe melt.
I know,
Oh. Hey, you know what? The movie's coming out. I want to watch this movie. It looks crazy. Hide and Seek. And it's about a girl who marries into this rich family, and her fiance takes her to his family's mansion, where they all end up trying to hunt her down. And she has 24 hours to survive. And then basically she hide, they count, and they seek to kill. Doesn't that sound exciting? It looks like a dark humor, gore type movie. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Quinn, you heard about that movie yet?
Mm-mm.
Hide and Seek?
No.
Yeah, it looks pretty dope. And once upon a time in Hollywood, I want to see this movie. However, I heard Quentin Tarantino done messed up on the Bruce Lee character, to the point where even Shannon Lee is pissed. And she wrote a stink letter to Quentin going, how dare you portray my father, who is a legend, as if he was like a buffoon. And even Joe Rogan, everybody who's seen that movie was like, yeah, they didn't like the way they made him look like an idiot. Like he really didn't know how to fight or anything. Like he was just an actor, which he was. But this is what I know. You have decorated fighters all saying the same thing. Chuck Norris, Judo, Gene LaBelle. You know what I mean? Jim Kelly, karate champions, multi-world champions in judo and karate, all saying that, yeah, Bruce Lee was legit and he did kick ass. But everyone's questioning it because he doesn't have a fight record like John Jones. You know?
Yeah. That's for closed-minded people that can't see that. You know, he's so charismatic.
Yeah.
That it's easy to portray him as a fluke.
As a fluke or a fake. And, you know, he did get into several recorded fights and he won. Where people on the set, people everywhere, would call him out and he'd fight him and he won. He did do a demonstration with the Marine where he knocked him back with that 1-inch punch and stuff. But a lot of people say, all in all, well, bro, we don't know his record. He don't have no record. He ain't no, Max Holloway. Which is true, but there was no organized fighting back then. There was no UFC where you could go out there and challenge and have it on record that you fought so-and-so and da-da-da, But according to those who did have championship karate and championship judo, they all can say that he was truly legit and innovative and a great martial artist. And in fact, he said on his own biography that Bruce Lee said that he could take a person and teach him how to box and wrestle Huh? That's the fundamentals of UFC, right, guys? And within 1 or 2 years, he could beat any lifelong karate, kung fu, any type of martial art that was been there, taekwondo, their whole life. He said that he would either make them good enough to beat that person or make them good enough to go up against that person and do well. And that's a bold statement. And I believe that's why a lot of the karate, kung fu, taekwondo communities got pissed at him. You know? Because he said that. But look at what's happening today. UFC, that's wrestling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing. Anyway, am I boring you people with this? I hope not. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm going to watch it just because I want to see it. But just because, Quentin, you messed up with Bruce, man, I don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, speaking of Quentin Tarantino, I heard that he's probably going to start going for the next Star Trek. I think he's going to make the next Star Trek. They want him. He's interested. That could be his last movie. I don't know. However, I'm done. How are you, Quinn? You ready to close this podcast?
Yeah, sure. Man.
Episode 43. I hope I didn't bore you people too much. I was just trying to get some stuff off my chest. It was a great weekend, nevertheless. And like I said on my post, we're down, but we're not out. And we will be back. In fact, Honolulu will be back. Bellator, December. That's what we got to get ready for. So I'm going to get my ass kicked again. I'm getting old, man. I can't be doing this with these young guys anymore, huh? Huh, Quinn? Anyway, everybody, you can catch us on iTunes. You can catch us on Facebook. I love Facebook, personally, because I can get in touch with my good friends real fast and easy. You can get us on Instagram. You can get us on pretty much any type of social media. We're even on Twitter now. Check us out. Loud from Maui. Come on, Ho, you got anything to say before we leave? Okay, thank you. He just said, Aole TMT. Mahalo and ahui ho. Shoots like that.